Your favorite podcast, Bad Beats, Thursday, February 12th, coming to you from the River Radio Network. I'm Colton Vancil. He's Rob Brown. Bad Beats is brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agency. Be sure and give our pal Keith Parker a call for all your insurance needs. Another sponsor of ours this week, Pro Edge Properties. Contact our dear pal Kenneth L. Johnson for all your real estate and rental needs. And another sponsor here we got, the White House Bar and Grill. It's a great neighborhood bar vibe. Stop in to see them girls down at the White House, located at 3041 Westwood Boulevard, Poplar Bluff. Stop in there and get you a rattlesnake.
What's your hat say there, Colton?
That's Pro Edge Properties. Scored this off our old pal Kenny over the week.
Appreciate mine, Kenny. Thank you. It's good to be back another week. I saw you a little bit last night. Got to visit with you shortly. What's been going on this week with you personally?
Man, it's a little slow week really for me. Nothing too exciting. Worked a few days, had a doctor's appointment. And, shout out and safe travels to my sweet wife and mother-in-law, Marissa and Sharon. They're heading back from Springfield right now.
She had her knee surgery?
Yeah, she had a knee surgery today. I think everything went pretty good. And, I did get to have supper with your favorite former softball player, my sister Carly, the other night.
I love Carly.
She asked how the Bad Bones podcast was going.
Way to pay close attention, Carly. We appreciate the support. Yeah. I had the pleasure of coaching Carly there at Twin Rivers when I was there the first time, and she's just an enjoyable athlete, so dominant, and even a better person. So love me some Carly. She had some very dominant numbers, I think 1,200 Ks.
Yeah.
0.59 ERA for a career, 10 state records. So her numbers retired for a reason.
Man, I can tell you, she can hit a wiffle ball better than any man I know, man. But she still wasn't good enough to stop the greatest win streak in South Culan history, wiffle ball. But, man, I always wondered what her college career would have been like if she wouldn't have had that terrible accident and broke her femur and shin,
That was,
man.
Unfortunate.
Man,
that happened.
that was awful. And
Wiffle ball. That brings back great memories from childhood. My brother and I, we'd make my sister pitch and have home run derby. It was great. We got a lot to talk about this week. We're going to have our Super Bowl recap, take a look at some of our bets from last week. Going to talk a little St. Louis Cardinals baseball and spring training, some college basketball, some NBA, some Daytona 500, PGA Tour. So we got plenty to go. Super Bowl's finished. It's like part of your life just comes to a halt, just sucked away. I'll have a big void of time on my Sundays now. Hopefully it gets nice soon and play some golf. But I guess the next big NFL event will be the NFL draft on late April.
Hey, we got the Combine coming up at the end of this month.
Yeah, got that.
And we got a lot of good stuff coming up. March Madness, World Baseball Classic starting.
I forgot about that.
Masters, Kentucky Derby, Major League Baseball starting. But it's still going to be a long 210 days till that first Thursday night kickoff, man.
Are you a big sports bettor on baseball? You get involved in baseball? I don't mess with
not
it that
too
much.
much.
I don't either.
It's too hard. Too many wheels spinning there.
Yep. But I do like that World Baseball Classic. I kind of got into that the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's good.
Before we dive into our Super Bowl recap, what's some things that caught your eye in the sports world this week?
Did you see where FanDuel is not going to let you place wagers with credit card anymore?
Good. The DraftKings did the same thing, right? Yeah. That's good. You shouldn't probably be loading up your betting platform on your credit card, so it's a good decision.
Did you see where the Falcons edge rusher James Pierce Jr. was arrested on 5 felony counts of domestic violence? Apparently, you can't ram your SUV into your girlfriend's car repeatedly and then try and run over a cop while you're trying to flee.
It's kind of unfortunate. He was just up for Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. He had a great career and future ahead of him. I don't know what this is going to look like now. But they do tend to frown on that kind of behavior unless you live in Minneapolis or someplace like that. But I feel bad for him. Made a bad mistake, and I'm sure he'll pay a severe penalty.
Tell you what I have got into is this Nancy Guthrie deal.
And
this is wild. I had no idea about it. And Marissa mentioned it at home the other night, and like I said, I didn't know anything about it. So I started reading up on it, and I seen where the FBI's got a couple people of interest now, but this is wild, man.
The girls at work, this is a lunch topic every day when we sit in there. That pops up. It's some crazy stuff going on. I still say something doesn't all add up in that story. We'll see how that goes.
I seen Lindsey Vonn had a 3rd leg surgery this week after breaking it skiing in the Olympics.
She should have stayed dating Tiger. They could have had a contest for the most surgeries. But she did have a very successful Olympic career. I think she had 1 gold and 2 bronze. So
yeah, I was hoping she'd get 1 more gold this year. But
a couple things. The last coaching position was filled. Was the Raiders the last one?
Correct. Yep.
Clint Kubiak, after the Super Bowl, the Seahawks offensive coordinator, took the Raiders job. Got a 5-year deal. They need a lot. The Raiders need a lot of upgrades from a personnel standpoint. They're going to have the number 1 pick. Probably take Mendoza, the quarterback from Indiana, but it's going to be a tough gig.
I did see where Kubiak met with Max Crosby.
Oh,
Yeah, they've talked. They're trying to get him to stay.
I wish he'd get out there and maybe play for a contender before he retires.
Win more than 6 games a year.
Yeah, there are a few things on the tube I want to watch this week. You got the Daytona 500 Sunday at 1:30, but they're calling for massive rain all day Sunday, so I don't know how that's going to look. And then one of my favorite PGA events, the AT&T Pro-Am at Pebble Beach. It's always one of the greatest courses in the world. That's what they call a signature event. Top 80 in the world there. And I have been peeking at a little Winter Olympics as well.
Yeah.
I'm getting into that skiing. I even watched some curling the other night. But that skiing, those guys and girls are, so talented. Got a big slate of college basketball this weekend.
Dude.
Excited about some of the games. Did you happen to watch the Kansas-Arizona game?
Every second of it, man. It was a great game. I mean, even Marissa was getting into it.
Yeah, I went to Naylor for the OSC, watched Briley play, and then got home about halftime and watched the second half. Man, that was such a great game.
Man, that game changed. So, at Flory Bunga, he had a double-double. And Melvin Council Jr., he played great too. He had 23, 6, and 6.
Yeah.
But that game changed about midway through the second half after Badunga had that and one alley-oop over that 7-2 guy from Arizona. I mean, and Allen Fieldhouse, it blew up. It was electric all night. When that happened, that totally changed the game and went Kansas swinging favor.
They didn't have Darren Peterson either.
Man, it seems like he sets out a lot.
Flu, ankle, knee,
hamstring,
all kinds of issues.
yeah.
All right, Super Bowl. Let's dive in. Kind of a dud, but I'll let you give your take on it first.
Super Bowl 60 from Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. Seahawks handled the New England Patriots 29-13. Sam Darnold and JSN didn't have their best games, but Kenneth Walker and that defense shouldered the load. And that defense forced 3 second-half turnovers on Drake May. Overall, just pretty well slow, boring game for the most part.
It was. I thought Seattle's defense just pressured May all day and all night. I saw a deal Monday morning, the Babylon Bee, the satire thing, that had a headline, had a picture of the New England Patriots offensive line, and the headline said, Patriots offensive line stunned to learn that the Super Bowl was yesterday. So I thought that was very fitting. Kenneth Walker III was huge. He had 135 yards rushing on 27 carries, earned the MVP, deservingly so. He had Jason Myers, the Seattle field goal kicker, his 5 field goals. When you're talking about the field goal kicker being one of the big players of the Super Bowl, it's kind of a
slow
game
night
for just some of the betting. But some of my bets, I did hit that anthem under 2 minutes. It was 157, but I took tails on the coin toss. It was heads, so that was a little fun bet. Missed the Patriots plus 4.5. I did hit the under on 46.5. I missed the Kenneth Walker III anytime touchdown, but I did hit Kenneth Walker over 72.5 yards rushing. So 3-3 on my Super Bowl betting.
Well, I had a couple here. I missed the New England money line, missed the over, missed Drake May anytime touchdown, missed Cooper Kupp touchdown. And I mentioned I liked these on the last episode. I didn't make them. Drake May over 200 passing yards hit.
What do you have, 295?
Yeah,
like
and Darnold, he was at 202. I had him at 225. Hunter Henry, 5+ receptions. I don't even think he played 3 snaps. Didn't seem like. JSN, I missed that on the under. 93.5 yards on that. I did hit Travion Henderson receiving and rushing for over 25 yards. Overall, just extremely picking out of me on the Super Bowl last week.
Yeah, it happens. I was just peeking around the other night, looking at some of the futures on teams to bet next season if you were making future picks. The Rams and Seahawks led the top 2. They were plus 950 to win the Super Bowl next year. Very difficult to repeat. I think the Chiefs and the Patriots, the last 2 do it. Is that right?
Chiefs in 23-24, Patriots 2003, 2004.
And after that, you had the Bills, Ravens at plus 1,100, plus 1,200, depending on where you were looking. I'm so tired of hearing about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. they've never won anything. Some of the good value bets for some people, I thought the Broncos would be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
They were plus 2,000. They're going to have a year of playoff experience. Bo Nick's going to be a little more seasoned, and their defense is still going to be pretty solid. And then their team had a great run there. The Bears were plus 2,500. So I thought that was a couple good value bets if anybody's into the futures.
Yeah, I seen where they were the favorite to win the NFC North good.
NFC North is tough.
They were the favorites at like 150, but man, it's hard to repeat the Super Bowl, like you said. The Chiefs done it 23 and 24, and the last time before that was 20 years before. Patriots 03, 04. But yeah, these early Super Bowl bets. I mean, of course, I got the Lions plus 1,400.
I can't believe you're going to take the Lions. I know you're a big Detroit MCDC fan.
Hey, my buddy Jared Goff going to right the ship and get back to the Super Bowl.
Well, they're
going
to have to address a lot of offensive line and defensive issues and draft and free agency. Plus, there wasn't everybody in the NFC North was over 500.
Yeah.
Year. I went back and looked at the standings just to kind of prepare some notes for the show, and last place was 9-8 in the division. So, I mean, there's not a lot of room for error in the NFC North.
As much as it sickens me to say this, the Chiefs plus 1,500, I look for them to come back next season on fire. They're going to have to draft a running back, though. I think they're going to do that. In the first round.
I've heard everywhere I look, it's a guy on Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name now. But anyway, his always on their radar there on the draft. And then, this year, the Patriots turned around from 4-13 to 13-4, made it to the Super Bowl. So that just shows you how quick a team can rebound and rebuild in the NFL through free agency and the draft and developing their own players. So some of the teams that were below 500 this year, some of the Colts, Cowboys, Bengals, Chiefs, Panthers, Falcons, Giants. Who do you like to make a run next year, or at least make a playoff appearance?
Man, I like the Cowboys. I look for them to maybe make the playoffs next year, but I know they break people's hearts every year. But
they got defensive issues too.
Yeah, and
are they going to sign Pickens? What's the status on that?
I seen where Jerry Jones was talking about that yesterday or day before, and he was said they were doing everything they could to re-sign him. But I also seen at the Pro Bowl where Michael Parsons was trying to recruit him.
Oh, come to Green Bay.
Yeah, he was trying to get him to come there.
Be interesting.
And another team I look to bounce back is the Bengals. They were 6-11. Burrow missed some time, but I look for them to bounce back.
I like Burrow. He can't stay healthy, and their defense is trash. But probably the main reason they're having such a hard time rebuilding is just Mike Brown, the owner, is such a frugal owner. I think he's the least wealthiest owner in the NFL, and doesn't spend a lot on his team. He did lock up Burrow there long term and Chase, but heck, they didn't even have an indoor practice facility until like 2022. So I think his spending is not real conducive to overturning that roster.
I got one more team I like to be over 500 and make the playoffs next year. The New York Football Giants. I think they're going to make the playoffs.
I think that's
going to
be a popular pick with everybody just because they got Harbaugh as their coach now. And
they ain't made the playoffs since 2022, but I think Harbaugh's going to turn them around. And, man, he got Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. And that defense of theirs, it's not terrible.
Scatterboo be healthy?
Yeah.
Be ready to
he'll
go
be back.
opening?
He'll be ready to go.
Jackson Dart, still ain't sold on him yet, but we'll see. Basketball for the weekend. What do you got?
Got a few games here I like. Big Ten matchup. This is tomorrow night. Number 10, Michigan State at Wisconsin. MSU is -1.5. The over-under is 145.5. Both these squads are playing well right now. They're both 8-2 in their last 10. MSU is 6-7-1 against the spread this season, while Wisconsin is a 12-1. The over has hit in Wisconsin's last 13 games. Wow. Both of these teams like to get up and down the floor. And they're both averaging over 80 points a game, so I like hitting over in this one.
I'm going to avoid Michigan State. I think the last 3 times I've been involved in a Michigan State game was just ugly results, so I'm going to avoid them for a while.
Another game I like tomorrow night, number 18 SLU at Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago 6-19. They're 2-10 in conference play. They're terrible. SLU's fun to watch, man.
I've watched a little bit
on the hoop, man.
I've been watching a ton of college hoops.
They average over 90 points a game and only give up 67. Like I said, Loyola Chicago, they're not a good team. They've losers 9 of their last 10. The line on this is 18.5. I look for SLU to easily cover that.
And they're on the road, is that right?
Yeah, they're on the road. couple other games. There's no lines out on these yet, but I'm going to try and watch these. They're going to be good ball games. St. John, Providence on Saturday.
Patino, baby.
Yeah, that'll be a Providence. I think they're around 12-12, but they'll play St. John's tight. I mean, it's kind of, I think it's a rivalry game, but they always play tight. Number 25 Kentucky at number 14 Florida. I think that'll be a good one.
I watched Florida and Georgia last night. Florida took it to them pretty well.
And I want number 16 Texas Tech play number 1 Arizona. See if Arizona bounces back and see what they're going to do.
I bet they do. I got a couple games keep an eye on this weekend as well. Obviously, there's no NBA games this Friday and Saturday. The NBA is getting ready to have their All-Star weekend. All-Star game is Saturday. If you're a big NBA fan, Saturday you got the three-point contest and the Rising Stars contest and the dunk contest. It's a big part of the weekend, so I'll try to avoid the NBA All-Star game at all costs. It's an incredible debacle, no effort, no intensity. Bring back the old days, the East and West. Winner gets home advantage at the finals and play for pride.
Something, man. Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah, it's like the Pro Bowl. I mean,
everybody's just trying to avoid getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I won't watch it, and I certainly won't touch it. Friday night, I'm just following this just because I watched them play a couple times in the past couple weeks. Number 23, Miami of Ohio, is the last undefeated team left in NCAA Division I. They're 24-0. They're averaging a whopping 93 points per game, and they're going to host Ohio University on Saturday afternoon. Miami of Ohio is favored by 9.5, and the over-under is 162.5. I'm going to take Miami, Ohio to cover and go over on a same-game parlay. That's Friday night. I think I said Saturday, excuse me. Saturday afternoon, biggest one I got an eye on is number 9, Kansas, at number 5, Iowa State. We talked about Kansas a while ago, coming off that huge victory at home against number 1, Arizona, giving their first loss of the season. Iowa State's favored by 5.5, and the over-under is 142.5. Iowa State's 13-8 against the spread this season, while Kansas is 6-14 against the spread. And they're coming off a big win. They might have a little letdown. I think they do have a little letdown here, and plus Iowa State's pretty solid in their own right. I'm going to take them to cover and go with the over with the home court advantage. And then my last one, Saturday afternoon, is Northwestern at number 7, Nebraska. Number 7, Nebraska lost at home against Purdue this week, the top 10 matchup. So I'm going to look for them to have a bounce-back game. I didn't think they played very well against Purdue.
I turned that game off.
Well,
it was a blowout.
I flipped over to another game, and I texted you.
Yeah, you texted me.
And you said, God, I got Nebraska. And I said, they just forced overtime. You might want to turn it back on.
What?
I was like, get it back. And then as soon as I told you that, they just fell apart in overtime, so I felt bad for even telling you. But the line's there, 5.5, and I see Nebraska having a good bounce-back game after losing to Purdue at home. And at this time, we're going to take a few moments here to pay homage to our sponsors for the day.
I'm Kenny Johnson with ProEdge Properties, a local real estate investment company specializing in commercial and residential rentals. We buy properties in all conditions, the good, the bad, the ugly. Call us today if you're looking to sell or find a clean, affordable place to rent. 573-718-7810.
Formerly members only, now welcoming everyone. The White House Bar and Grill in Poplar Bluff is your new neighborhood dive bar, serving cold beer, a full selection of spirits, and a laid-back, intimate atmosphere. Great drinks, good company, and a seat waiting just for you.
Talk with Keith Parker, your local insurance agent at Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business coverage, he's here to help you achieve your goals. Trust Keith Parker and the long-standing reputation of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for all your protection needs.
Welcome back, everybody. And once again, thank you to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agency, ProEdge Properties, and White House Bar and Grill for sponsoring today's show. We're going to dive into a little St. Louis Cardinals. Me and Colton both love the Cardinals, and we're fixing to have a long year with them. But we're going to talk a little bit of Cardinal baseball and spring training. Pitchers and catchers reported this week. I think full squad workouts begin Saturday. If you're not into the Cardinals, they're in a serious rebuilding phase.
Extremely.
Traded Brendan Donovan to the Mariners, got rid of Arenado. Where did he go? Diamondbacks?
Yep.
I think last week I said Brendan Osborne.
Donovan Osborne.
Or Donovan Osborne, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, that's a pitcher from the 90s. But anyway, yeah, Brendan Donovan. It's gonna be a tough rebuild, so we'll see. Watch a lot of youngsters.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 8th lowest payroll in baseball, and like I said, traded off literally everyone. They do have the number 2 ranked farm system according to Baseball America.
I read that.
I'm like you. I'm anxious to see these young guys, see what they can do. Maybe at Chan Bloom knows something I don't, but I don't look for us to be a very
like
solid
to see,
squad.
Some of these prospects, really mature into great Major League Baseball players. I did a little projected lineup here at second base with Donovan Gone, J.J. Weatherholt, short Mason Wynn, first Alec Burleson, DH and Ivan Herrera, left field Newt Barr, right field Jordan Walker, third base Nolan Gorman, catcher at Pedro Pejes, and center field Victor Scott. And I figured opening day pitcher will probably be Matthew Libator.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to watch J.J. Weatherholt. I'd seen him in Springfield a couple times when he was playing Double-A with the Springfield Cardinals.
Where did he go to college at?
I'm not
what
sure.
was that?
I'll look here in a minute.
Florida State, maybe?
Could have. I'll look.
Right.
But he's projected to fill in at second base. Very exciting young player. And then Thomas Segui is another player. He'd been up and down a little bit last year.
I've seen today where they're going to work him out in the outfield, too.
Well, we need some outfilders. And I'll get to that in a minute.
Right, yeah.
That's one of my biggest rants right now. I think we do have some proven talent. I like Mason Wynn. I think he's got a chance to be one of the best shortstops in Major League. Alec Burleson, I wish he had a little more pop, but I think he's a pretty solid player. And I really hope Ivan Herrera can stay healthy for a entire season. I like him in the DH spot, and I like Pedro catching. I think Pedro's a pretty good defensive catcher.
Yeah.
But, again, health, that's always going to be a factor. And, again, the biggest issue with the lineup is no one on this earth will ever convince me that this is the worst 3 outfielders in Major League Baseball on any team. They all play for the 3 worst outfielders play on the same team. Cannot stand Newt Barr, Walker, and Scott. Positives, they're fine defensively, average. Scott did have 34 stolen bases, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in today's game,
Doesn't matter if you can't hit off a tee, you know.
Right. 49 stolen bases led the entire Major League, so that's a different game than what it used to be. And they both, Newt Barr played 135 games last year. Scott 138. Walker only 111. But those 3 combined last year had 24 homers and 126 RBIs and 162 runs. Very little power and definitely none from your outfield.
So I was reading on Redbird Rant earlier today. So the Cardinals are looking for a right-handed outfielder bat. Mm-hmm. Guess who's on their radar?
I did not see this.
These 3.
Lay it on me.
Randall Grichuk,
Oh, gosh.
Tommy Pham,
We've only had him twice.
Andrew McCutcheon.
How's he? He's about due for Social Security.
Yeah,
Grichuk.
those
Is Grichuk
3.
still with the Blue Jays?
Nice free agent.
Free agent, okay. Starting pitching, a lot to be said for the starting pitching as well. There's a lot of unknowns in that starting projected lineup of starters. You got Libator, who's been with the Cardinals, came over in the Randy Rosarina trade in 2020 with the Rays. You got Dustin May, signed this season. I think he played for the Dodgers and Red Sox last year. Has a slew of injuries. He's had Tommy John surgery. He's had a torn tendon in his hand, which isn't good if you're a pitcher. And my favorite injury of all time, he had a ruptured esophagus from a piece of salad lodging in his throat while eating last year. So
That's a new one.
Yeah, I know. And you got Palante, who's absolutely horrible.
Absolutely horrible.
6-15 last year, 5.31 ERA.
He's such a good ground ball pitcher.
Yeah,
But
one kid I do like is the McGreevy kid. I liked watching him last year. He was 8-4, 4.40 ERA, 120 WHIP. So, and then is it Kyle Leahy, 2018 draft pick. So a nice solid 7 years of development there. Pitched out of the bullpen last year, but I think he's going to get an opportunity to start. Speaking of bullpen,
by the end of the summer, me and you may be up there getting some innings.
I'm good for left-handed specialist. Closers, I'm guessing, are probably going to be JoJo Romero or Riley O'Brien. Again, the bullpen is full of people with +4 ERAs. My projections for the Cardinals, I'm going to say 70-92 record. They'll rank near the bottom in every offensive category in Major League Baseball. You will see some flashes of brilliance and things that you like from the young prospects. I think a couple starting pitchers will flourish. I think this is probably the last year of the Nolan Gorman, Jordan Walker experiment. They're going to have major breakout years to get an opportunity to move forward.
Gorman's horrible, too.
And I'm sure we'll see a parade of the same crappy outfielders every night going out into the field. So long, painful year ahead, my friend.
Indeed.
Do you do any future bets for baseball?
I think I'm going to. I'm definitely hitting the under on the Cardinals wins at 69.5.
Is that what it's set up?
Yeah, I'm
well,
hitting
then
that.
I wasn't too far off then with my projections. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, at 69.5. So I'm definitely hitting that under. Now, I am going to hit this one. I like the boys on the other side of the state.
Royals?
I like the Royals to win over 82.5.
Got a lot of positive things going on with the Royals.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of people.
And I might even sprinkle a little bit on them to win the Central plus 220.
Nice.
I like them, and I tell you, else had a good offseason. That's the Blue Jays. They have signed a couple new starting pitchers, and I look for the
And
Mets.
they're coming fresh off the World Series appearance last year.
And I'm looking for the Mets to bounce back this year too, Matt. And they were projected to be a really good team last year, and they were absolutely
they're
terrible.
kind of like the Dodgers. With that amount of money on your payroll, you should be pretty good. Other events, things you're looking at this weekend before we wrap this thing up?
I'll definitely be tuning in to the PGA at Pebble Beach, the Pro-Am, and Daytona if it don't get rained out.
Yep.
Might be a Monday afternoon thing for us to watch.
Yeah, that's true. Last week, we took PGA Tour bet. I took Sahith Theegala, finished tie 18th. I also wound up picking Siwoo Kim, who finished tied third. He got me a little excited there on Sunday. I thought he was going to cash in, and then he just kind of got stuck on negative 13 there for about 10 holes. Scotty Scheffler, your boy.
Yeah, my boy there. The sure thing, Man, he played terrible on Friday or Thursday.
Came firing back.
Come roaring back, finished tied for third at 15 under. And Cam Young and Xander Schauffele both finished in the top 10, and they both finished tied for 41st. So missed that one.
It's time for you to come off the
Cam
Young train anyway.
Yeah,
I've been riding him for 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah.
This week, again, AT&T at Pebble Beach. Roy McIlroy, one of the world's greatest players, makes his season debut. Again, what they consider the signature event, the top golfers in the world. I put just a little $10 bet on Victor Hovland for plus 2,700. Thought he played pretty good last week. I saw a lot of people were picking Schauffele.
Yeah, I took him, put a little bit on him, plus 2,500, even though it's silly to bet against Scheffler. So I did take him top 10 finish minus 270. And I like that Ludwig to finish in the top 10. See what he can do. It was plus 360. If he can, not get sick. He gets every tournament he withdraws from because he gets sick.
Maybe laying out on that. If you have a kid, give him Ludwig Vancil. There you go. Daytona 500. I also made two small bets. I picked Christopher Bell to win for plus 2,000. Then I picked Logano and Austin Cindric to finish in the top 10. Always risky betting at the super speedways where one wreck or a late caution can destroy half the field. So we'll see.
Yeah, I also I got Logano and Ryan Blaney top 5 finish. I got a little bit on Chase Elliott outright winner, and I might even sprinkle a little something on William Byron 3-peating plus 1,400.
Be a tough. Has no one ever done that? Did I read that right?
No one's ever 3-peated. No.
What do you got here? Close us out here.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in again this week. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy some sports. Shout out to our producer, Tim Hicks. He makes it happen, Tim. We're really thankful for you, man. Another shout out to our sponsor, Missouri Farm Bureau, Pro Edge Properties, and the White House Bar and Grill.
Appreciate all those individuals. Appreciate Tim. Thank you so much for guiding two idiots through this on a weekly basis.
Making us look good, man. You're great. Be sure and tune in next week, and we'll discuss all our picks for the weekend and see where we were wrong again. Be sure to hit that like and share button on the River Radio YouTube, River Radio PB page on YouTube. From all three of us here at Bad Beats Podcast, wishing everyone a safe and great weekend. I'm Colton Vancil. He's Rob Brown. Y'all be sure and tune in next week here on Bad Beats.
See you next week.